All right, how many times does it happen? You wind up missing a couple of tiny little parts. You can't find them anywhere. So you're fishing in the trash through all the old runners to make sure that you didn't miss the part before you pitch the runner tree into the trash. Well, happy to report, there we go. There's that other strake. That's the part that, man, who molds it on there like that where it sits so flush? You can't even use the little clippers to get it off. Okay, well, now unfortunately I saved the other one. Okay, so that wasn't even the part I was looking for. Ain't that always the way? The styrene river has a wicked sense of humor. I'm looking for two tiny little pieces that are strut braces for the drop tanks on the F-100. I thought I had already, these may be parts for the helicopter. This is why I'm always leery about throwing away the old runner trees. Well, I found a part I wasn't looking for, didn't find the part I was looking for. And I know I saw them. That's why I wasn't too worried about it being on the runner trees. I had seen them. And there's something that I can fabricate easy enough. It's more of a thing of source of pride. Where did it get to? How did it get away from me? But anyway, the F-100's coming along, and I can't believe they mounted that way. Where's the other? And I got the other one right here. Yeah. There it is. Okay, so those will go on. That's for the later model F-100, and since this one I used the pedal afterburner, this is supposed to be a later model, have the curved, it's over there drying, it's painted the top of it. The early model has the original F-100 afterburner, later model has the pedal. Oh crap, that's the pedal type. Then I have the earlier version. Oh, good thing I saw that, because that means I have to use the straight, and I don't need the strakes then, because those strakes are on the later model. They're like little wing fences. Still don't have the little tiny pieces to brace the drop tanks, but oh well, you can't hardly see them. But you know what? This model is a Monogram F-100. I'm not going to get that far in the weeds with it. Ain't that always the way? But it's starting to come together. I just realized this thing has an offset tail hook. It doesn't go straight back. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's that slat. It doesn't. Dadgummit. It just glued that thing on. It hardened. I let it harden for a couple of days, and it just lost its grip again. All right. Well, let me get back to fixing this. See that? That's just tip of the slat. Inboard slat moves a little bit. Just a little drop of glue in the right spot should fix that. Let me get to it. All right. I got the silly putty on here, and it's holding everything in place till it hardens. Can't go much further with it. Alright guys, from here on it's voiceover. So I had to use the straight refueling probe, finish painting that, and I used a silly putty to hold the ordnance in place, which actually worked pretty well. The slat, it took a generous amount of glue and pressure. It finally locked into place. And there's the angular hook I was talking about. You can see the landing gear doors that haven't been painted yet. The last thing to go on, of course, well, I thought it was going to be the last thing, was the pitot tube, but then I realized, oops, I better do it and the refueling probe at the same time. That worked okay. I forgot I had a couple of missiles. At first I wasn't going to put them on, but then I said, you know what, it's on the box top. I've got the ordnance. It's just a model. We'll go ahead and get it all on the model, make it look pretty as it sits on its stand. I used white glue to make the landing lights. The ones that came with it were not, I didn't put them in ahead of time because I knew I was going to paint the model. I want to paint over them. And as the white glue hardened, it cleared up and made lenses. And of course, there's the bomb braces I found, tank braces. So you can see there they are in place, and no argument there. So there it is up on the stand. I'll have more pictures of it at the next viewer's build to give you a quick look. This B57, the old Revell kit, was something that was given to me at Glue Tripper. He'd already basically done it, painted everything in the aluminum color. So I just made a quick build out of it. I wasn't really going to get into the weeds with it. I decided to go with the aluminum finish, and Unfortunately, it turned out as I was going to put wheels down, and then I realized that one of the wheel doors was missing. Actually, three of the wheel doors were missing. So the kit was kind of typical mid-60s vintage kit model fit you would expect. So, but it's a very simple kit. Now the AModel kit, which is 1:144, is not so simple. It's much more complicated. I'm building them side by side. Looked over my shoulder, saw the shelf was about to collapse, got my models off of it, and so anyway, that's, I just hang pictures up there. So back to the AModel kit. Can't say a lot of good about AModel. Well, they do give you a lot of options, especially for such a small kit, but the fit is just atrocious. For an advanced modeler who wants to put in the effort, you can make a really nice model out of it. You get two completely different aft fuselages, different bomb bay options. So like I said, a lot of options for such a small kit, but a lot of cutting and sanding and flash and stuff to get the pieces to fit. The AModel, I believe, is out of Poland. When I went back to the Revell kit, I decided to use a cheat. I just cut up some cardstock and got some of that silver aluminum tape. And, so you know what? This is just a fast build. And I decided just to make a patch to go over where the nose gear doors were absent. It's going to be a lot easier than putting putty in there. And this is just a quick little fun build. I'll probably hang it from the ceiling or something. I don't even have decals for it, so I'm going to have to go in the store's stash and get some. But looked a little rough from a distance, but once you got it all painted, it wasn't too bad. The doors fit nicely into place. Also got to work on the Revell again, getting it primed and everything. And was busy in the paint booth, and this all went fairly quickly. I was having some issues getting the color uniform. Then I realized the problem was the way the overhead lamp was on it. But the little B57, didn't look half bad when I was done. It's just a quickie little day build. And, it was fun and relaxing. And I'll put it on a stand or hang it from the ceiling or something. It's just there it was. It was most of the grunt work was done for me. So I had a productive little day out in the Tarbis. Once again, I'm starting to run out of room now that I had to put the caribou back, here. I was also, went back to the AModel. I was like, that's as far as I'm going to go with it today. I'm just going to let a few things harden and come back play with it tomorrow. That's going to be another quick build. And so that's where we're at with that. Working on a couple ideas for my movie scene thing. But it's nice to have the F-100 done, and not bad actually. I could put it in the house. I guess I could put it up with that Revell A7. It would kind of go there. Anyway, we'll see. Whatever. So that was today's activities of building models, and not a bad day. No huge screw ups. I just found it hilarious that I found a part that I couldn't find when I wasn't looking for it. And the parts I was looking for were right behind me within elbow's reach. I just didn't know. Isn't that the way? Forgot I had a whole box of parts over there. So the great styrene river light. And then I didn't even need the strakes for the wingtips, as I said, because turned out I put on the afterburner for the early version, not the late version, which had the pedal afterburners off of the F-102. There you go. What do you know? That's why I use the straight refueling broom instead of the curved one. Doing a later model, it's the curved refueling boom and the pedal afterburner, and the strakes go on it then for the F-100. You see the useless knowledge, the things you pick up when you build models? There you go. More knowledge has been learned, and no one can take it away from me. Except, what was I talking about? Anyway, guys, take care of yourselves, and as always, model on. I guess I didn't hit the off button. And now for a totally unwarranted montage.